Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We're going to go ahead and get into an energy reading for you for this Mercury retrograde. I want you to please take what resonates and leave the rest out. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started, Taurus. Your individual messages are going to be right now, and you are starting with the Wheel of Fortune. As we know, the Wheel of Fortune is a lot of change, a sudden change. This is where you have to kind of go with the flow of this change, right? The resistance, if you resist this change, and I'm only saying this because you are fixed earth, Taurus, and sometimes change can be very difficult for you, especially if it's sudden. But yes, be open to the possibilities. This Mercury retrograde might challenge you on that, to be open to the pivots, to be open to the things that could come about your way. All right. We have here, yeah, 10 of Swords. There's an ending, Taurus. 10 of Swords showing up here. And as we know, the 10 of Swords is a painful ending. It's something that maybe has been of high stress for you, and it could feel very scary or uncertain when certain things start to kind of, you know what I mean, close the door. However, Spirit is saying this is the final battle, right? This is the final straw. This is the final page of the chapter or of the book. So that way you can move forward, right? And then we have 8 of Swords. Yeah, so you can very much struggle with seeing the different perspective, right? Because it could feel like you might be stuck on, you know, a situation. Maybe you just don't see a way out. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune is saying there is so much possibility coming your way, but it does require for you to have an open heart to it, Taurus. Now, those are your single messages. I want to go ahead and get into just the situation for this time. This Mercury retrograde starts on November 9th, and it will be in the sign of Sagittarius and also Scorpio. Right now, we're in the pre-shadow period, right? So we're feeling the energy. And we will be under the influence of this energy until basically mid-December, okay? So main situation is a revelation. This is the truth being revealed, all right? So there's clarity coming your way. There is something that's coming out of the shadows, a bright moment. You are gaining some clarity about something very important in your life. And the block here is the 3 of Swords, which is really interesting. And again, it could feel like maybe you are, especially with the 8 of Swords there, it could show that maybe you're just repeating yourself, or you're putting yourself through repeating the same narrative, the same story that hurt you. It keeps being repeated in your head. It could be that there's a wound or something that has really affected you that has just simply been hard to heal from. And this Mercury retrograde, Taurus, is all about you really gaining a level of clarity so you can understand the lesson that you need to learn from this. And the most important thing is for you to be open to the change that's coming, for you to be open to the possibilities, to not be so stuck on what happened, to not make this a part of your identity. Your past is not a part of your identity. Yeah, devil here in the past energy. And the devil shows that restriction, that energy just gripping on you, Taurus. And with the Ace of Swords showing up in the main situation, it's just showing that you're breaking out of these shackles, okay? Near future energy, again, here with the Swords, my love. This is King of Swords, which shows me that not only are you seeing things from a clear perspective during this Mercury retrograde, or this Mercury retrograde will help you get there. This is also about you moving forward in a more strategic and a more aligned way. This is about you seeing, sorry, I have something in my face. This is about you seeing how you can really use this information to better yourself, to better your life, right? And also, I just heard to make tough decisions, okay? Maybe this 10 of Swords is you having to cut someone off in your life. You having to say, I can't do this anymore, right? And the King of Swords is that perfect energy because it's not that it's detached. I mean, it can be detached. But it also is needed at times to have this energy of, I need to really, you know, move in a strategic and intentional way, right? The outcome, look at this, 10 of Pentacles. So the changes that are coming for you are actually really positive. This is about you solidifying a foundation in your life. There's a lesson that you are releasing. This is a block, something that has hurt you in the past, something that you have kept continuing to basically say over and over in your head is finally being released, and you will show up in a different way. Even some people might think you're an ass, to be honest. Some people might think you're being a jerk. Some people might think that you're just different, that they might not like this new version of yourself. But in reality, you're moving from a place of clarity. You're moving from a place of, I can't carry this for you anymore. I will not disservice myself anymore to protect anybody. It has to be an equal exchange. It can't just be me the one giving you the shirt off my shoulders while I'm here, right? Feeling stuck, feeling worried, feeling uneasy. No, you're saying no to this. You're putting your foot down and you're building a solid foundation with people that love you, with people that care about you, with people that you know are loyal to you, because Taurus is all about loyalty. So you are releasing a lot during this Mercury retrograde. Take your time, not the time to be impulsive. Like I said, sit back and observe what is showing up for you, so you're able to leverage these opportunities, and you're able to basically generate a really important strategy or clear strategy of what you want to do moving forward. Okay, so final messages. Look at this, the Empress. I feel like this shows me your energy too, Taurus, because you're ruled by Venus, right? And this is about attracting this level of abundance, this level of safety, this level of nourishment for your life, for yourself, for your loved ones. And you have here the King of Wands, okay? So again, it's like the King of Swords is needed because it does the necessary procedures, right? It has the tough conversations. It doesn't, you know what I mean, run away from that. But then you need this creative power, this desire, this fuel, and that is showing up there with the King of Wands. So this is definitely gaining clarity on something, breaking out of these shackles and chains that have kept you in this Three of Swords moment for so long, right? Yeah, the ending might be uncomfortable, but the change is going to be so rewarding. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get a few more cards for you to close it out. What else do we have for Taurus? Let's see. Thank you, Taurus. So you see Five of Cups. This is the card of disappointment. And then you have the Four of the Four of Cups as well. So again, you're moving forward from a disappointment, right? This stagnation, this level of mourning. Some of you guys have even gone through this mourning energy. This is what's going to be highlighted for you. And it will feel uncomfortable. It will feel uncomfortable. That's why the King of Swords showing up there is the perfect energy for you, because you will be able to discern, because you're not going to allow your emotions to blind your critical thinking, right? And the Five of Cups is a card of mourning, and the Three of Swords is a card of betrayal, hurt, pain, disappointment, heartbreak, right? And this is what you're moving forward from, but this is what's going to be highlighted during this Mercury retrograde. So that's where the challenge is. That's why the Wheel of Fortune was the first card. Are you willing to do this? Are you willing to welcome this so you can finally see the wheels switching for you? Okay, so with that being said, Taurus, this is where I'm going to close it off. I feel like your reading is pretty spot on. Let me know if this resonates with you in any kind of way, Taurus, and if it did, drop me a comment down below with your thoughts. Please like and subscribe if you do want to support my channel. I would truly appreciate you, and I will see you guys on the next reading. Okay.